RealAg Shops is brought to you by Princess Auto. RealAg Shops is where we pull wrenches, keep the farm going, and get our hands a little dirty. Welcome to this week's tour.
Hi, come on in. I'm Scott Douglas from Cloverview Farms. You're down near Leamington, Ontario. We farm 2,100 acres of cash crop currently, but we used to be a pig farm. This used to be our hog barn. This building was originally built in 1998 and added on to in 2001. At its peak, we were 600 sows, farrow to wean. We were just a straight farrowing operation, sending early weans out on the market. In 2010, we took the buyout and got out of the pig business and didn't know what we were going to do with the barn. We kind of looked at getting back into pigs, but the retrofit I wanted to do on the barn was pretty expensive. So we ended up lifting the roof up another 9 feet to give us 18-foot ceilings and made it into a shop and storage shed. We finished the shop in 2020 in the middle of COVID, but we were working at it over the years, and it slowly evolved from just raising up the pig barn to putting shops in, to putting offices in, bathrooms, storage rooms, and making every inch of it really work for us. So this is the back door to our shop. We're drive in, drive out. Also leaves room for further expansion in the future. If we want to make the shop bigger, we can just keep on going. So this is the door going up. We can roll equipment in from the front to the back. In the fall, everything comes inside and we can lock everything up. So this is our work area here. We've put a lot of our benches on wheels. The sole purpose, when we bring in our big equipment, we can unfold it. We have two 40-foot planters. We unfold in here and work on in the wintertime. We can just about put anything we want in here. These are our tool benches. We have everything organized. I hate digging for stuff, so we have everything so it's easy to grab. This is one welder. We have a big bench here because I'm getting too old to bend down anymore, so I like working on stuff up top. We do quite a bit of fabricating of our own equipment and different things. We also have Derek Clark, who's a mechanic who part-time works for us, and so we take on quite a few of our own projects. This is our tool crib and storage area. I did not want to take away from working area in our shop, and we had this low area here. So it allows us to put our drums of oil in here. It's tucked out of the way. We have a sink in here with a parts washer. We can keep the press in here. All our bolt bins, oil storage, everything's here, easy to get at, and all labeled. This is all tool storage underneath here. We have our own hydraulic hose crimper. The pressure washer is in here, and the pressure washer is plumbed throughout the barn so we can plug into wherever we want. Another feature we put in, we had the pressure washer here existing in the pig barn. We plumbed it through and have a reel right here. So we can wash equipment out here, we can wash equipment in the shop. We also put our air lines all on reels. There's 3 reels around the shop. And we have extension cords also on reels. So we're never fighting to find a cord. We can just grab it and go. As I mentioned before, this used to be a pig barn. So we still use the farrowing rooms, only in a different purpose now. This was a farrowing room in here, and at this end, close to the big door, we use it to store our chemical and to spray out of. We rack the rest of it, and we have lots of storage for parts and pieces and everything else it takes to keep the farm going. Like I said, I didn't want that stuff in the shop. I wanted to keep it out where it wasn't taking up space. Our air compressor is also in here. So we don't have to listen to the racket of it going off when it starts. We still have all the farrowing rooms here. Some of them we've opened up for smaller, shorter equipment. Other ones, we've put 13 tanks in here for 28 storage. We wanted our plastic tanks inside to keep the sun off of them, and if there's any stray bullets or anything flying around, it prevents the leak. And it's all contained because the old pit's there, so we actually have containment for our 28 or our fertilizer storage. If you come down here, this is the hallway. You can still see we've still got some of the controllers on the wall. Room 3 here was the farrowing room. We put racking in. We store a lot of our tile and drainage needs in here. Also store some of the bigger equipment, jacks. We opened this up, took part of the wall down so we can bring the Bobcat in. We can stack heavier things on the racks. And in this area, it's opened up for the kids' four-wheelers, lawnmowers, Bobcat, trailers, compact tractor, and duals for everything. One thing about this barn, it's a cement sandwich barn, 10-inch walls. So when we went to retrofit it, it meant we had to do a lot of cutting. We had to cut a lot of walls, we had to break a lot of concrete to be able to put our doors in where we wanted to. And throughout the barn, inside some of those farrowing rooms too, those doors weren't there. We had to break that out and open it up. One of the things we had to contend with when we retrofitted the barn, out here we had an 8-foot manure pit underneath all this. Post and beam construction that the slats sat on. So pulling the slats out was pretty easy, but we had to get the pit filled in. So that took a lot of fill and a lot of work pushing and packing and trying to work that in tight. We put the fill in and left it for 3 years before we poured our floor, just to try to make sure we had it all settled. And so far so good. We haven't cracked our floor yet, but that was one of our major concerns is, can we get this packed tight enough to support a floor? We have radiant heating in here. I really wanted to go with in-floor heat, but with an 8-foot pit underneath us, I was awfully nervous that if things ever did move, we could be in real trouble. So we went with radiant heat in here. In the office, the bathroom, and the tool room, we went with in-floor heat. Out here is the rest of the storage area of the building. The whole building size is 98 feet across and 180 feet long. So this area out here is just for equipment storage. Once again, we can pull in, pull out, drive through. All our wagons come in at night. Everything gets pulled through. You can see here the original wall height of the pig barn and what we added on. And the end wall is all studded and plywood. And the reason for that, it was never a cement wall. We always left a stud wall on the end when it was in pigs in case we wanted to add on. We just take the wall out and keep on going. This was a pretty economical project for us to do. We didn't have to buy trusses. We didn't have to buy steel for the roof. We didn't have to do any of that. We basically just had to buy 9 feet of wall. We had a house mover that came in with I-beams and lifted the barn up and jacked it up 9 feet, and then we just put another 9 feet of wall in and set it back down on that. And it's worked out very well. So let's wind up the tour in the office. So this is our office / boardroom. When we built this, we had lots of space because part of this was a farrowing room, part of this was the old office. We always wanted a place to meet people where we weren't going to the house and doing it at the kitchen table. So we put this in. So we've hosted a few meetings here, a few 4-H meetings and different things. We have a kitchenette, storage, coffee, anytime. And just off the side here is the bathroom, and we can host a meeting in here and be comfortable and have everything here. And with farming going the way it is, and with technology going the way it is, programming controllers, and getting data off controllers. It's nice having the laptop here. We're not running to the house. Everything's here, everything's centralized. All the data comes back here. So there you have it. That's the end of the shop tour. This has been a labor of love for me, my dad Harold, my grandfather Alan, over the years. This barn was built in 1998. It's been up for 25 years. Started as a sow barn, farrow to wean barn, and we turned it into a shop and a storage shed, and we were able to use all of it. So it's been pretty cool.